Rocket Racing. What's going on, champs and chammets? It's FireMonkey here, and in yesterday's YouTube video, we talked about some Rocket Racing collaboration news with NASCAR x Fortnite x Rocket Racing. However, there is a video I also wanted to make regarding Rocket Racing now that is probably pretty important to hear about, and it relates to how the mode is actually going to try fleshing itself out a little bit more in the near future. Now, this isn't just going to be one change we talked about here. There's only one image I am going to be showing you guys, but this is going to be multiple changes that will be coming in the near future in order to hopefully make Rocket Racing more of an enjoyable mode that isn't going to be something where you log into it and you're like, oh god, you know, I'm playing in elite ranked lobbies or something like that. It's like, I don't want to just play a random map without having to worry about the rank of everyone else around me. So, as you may have guessed, and you may have seen by the title and thumbnail of today's video, Rocket Racing is getting a UI revamp very soon. Basically, think about how the discovery menu currently looks, right? You know, whenever you click onto Rocket Racing, it looks kind of like a normal creative list and everything, right? You're able to see all the stuff kind of going down. You're able to see, oh hey, there is these community-made maps. However, it kind of feels like a jungle at the same time. And what I mean by that is whenever you look in the maps, right, they'll have speedrun versions of some maps, they'll have normal versions of other maps, but it kind of feels like as you're looking through all of the different maps and everything else, sometimes you'll accidentally click a speedrun version of a map, or you'll click the normal version of a map when you meant to click the exact opposite one, because there's nothing really signifying which is which. I mean, there's literally times when Thrash Mountain, for example, will be in its own category for normal races and everything else, and then the speedrun version of Thrash Mountain will be right below or above Thrash Mountain, and the only way to know that it's the speedrun version is to literally look at the title that is actually on that row and see if it says speedrun or if it says novice tracks or whatever else, and it can get a little confusing, which is why they're planning to revamp the whole entire UI specifically for Rocket Racing, allowing it to have its own little categories, such as, you know, a ranked category, a whole entire tutorial playlist, things like that to make it just a little bit easier on the average player so they don't get their mind all confused up for what's going on. And it will make it like a lot easier as well to figure out what maps are for speedrun, for example, because of the fact that you'll be able just to kind of see the speedrun icon to the left of all the speedrun maps instead of looking for a simple text description. But on top of that, a new asset was added to the game, which you're seeing right below me, which is just a blue globe icon, right? You know, nothing too crazy right off the bat when you see it, you're like, okay, it's a globe. Wow, this is revolutionary, FireMonkey. Why are you showing us a globe? Until you realize that this is the casual mode icon. Now, there are a few ways that can actually go about doing this casual mode in the game. It could be a standalone mode similar to ranked mode, how whenever you're actually in it, you're able to go into a randomly selected map playlist with other people, you're able to go ahead and race against them, but this time, instead of it having the whole entire ranked system where you can either lose points, gain points, or whatever else, be put around people in your same skill level, you could just go in there, it'll randomly select a map, and everyone can go ahead and play it, regardless of if you're a bronze rank, an elite rank, a unreal rank, or somewhere in between. And this is something that I do hope comes to the game, because sometimes it does feel like something is missing from Rocket Racing, and I feel like the main thing that is missing is the fact that whenever you go into it, it is mainly a ranked playlist, right? It is mainly a ranked game mode regardless of what you do, unless you want to go ahead and play a specific map individually or do speedrun. However, if you do speedrun, you know, you're going to most likely be doing it on your own, because it doesn't matter if you're playing against other players or not, and you know, it's just kind of easier to do with maps or whatever else without having to wait for everyone in the speedrun lobby to actually complete it. Or you're going to be someone who wants to play a specific map, and whenever you go to that specific map in the discovery menu, you'll notice a slight issue where the game's just kind of telling you, hey man, you know, we know you want to do this map right here, but at the same time, no one else wants to do it. No one else is actually selecting it right now. You know, there's maybe 3 people in there, so it's like, unless you have a group of friends you're bringing together to play those specific maps, you're not really going to be able to load into what is essentially a casual mode and kind of have some fun there because of how small the pool of players actually playing each map actually is. And that is why I think with the new Discovery UI they're working on for Rocket Racing, what they're going to end up doing is make it so casual mode, while it has an icon to show you these are the casual maps, is also a mode you can actually select and play into, so that you don't have to worry about, oh, you know, I can't find people for this specific map. Instead, they can go ahead and do what they've already done before, which is have it a randomized pool of maps that it actually selects based on everyone in the casual pool. That way people who want to play casually can easily get into a match, but at the same time they can also make it so it's like, hey, if you want to play a specific map, you know, maybe you won't find as many players in it, or maybe in this case you will find more players due to the random map selection thing, you know, going on. You know, they can make it so it randomly selects a map that have people already queuing for it and stuff along those lines, in order to make it a more flawed out system so that you're able to actually go ahead and play all the different things that are available without having to worry too much about anything else. And that's kind of what I really think they're going to be doing here. They could use it as just a little icon in the menu, you know, call it a day there. Be like, Edge and Icon. You know, this is where the casual maps show up in their little thing to make it easier to tell what is going to be for speedrun, what is going to be just casual things in general, and all that stuff, but I do think they would benefit greatly from actually making it a fully fleshed out mode, which is why in the comments down below, I want to talk to you guys in regards to this whole entire feature, and let me know, what do you think about a casual mode potentially coming to Rocket League? Would this, or I guess not even Rocket League, but Rocket Racing, would this be something that makes you play the mode a little bit more because you won't have to really think and have in the mindset, you know, I'm not gaining too much rank progress or whatever else, or could this be something that doesn't really change your opinion on the mode too much, you know, it makes it a little bit nicer, but you feel it might split up the player base in that mode, which is already pretty split up, more and more as different modes and things end up releasing. And do you think this could affect how we end up getting quests for Rocket Racing, for example? Do you think we'll end up getting quests that will be specifically for ranked mode, and then some quests will be specifically for the casual mode playlist? Or do you think it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, and you know, they're just going to do whatever they end up doing, and the mode will just kind of exist here with all of its little changes over time in its own little ecosystem? Until next time, however, hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and peace out. After I kill this bot right here, if I could even pay attention, there we go, and peace out.